Hey everyone, and welcome to the second installment of the video tutorial series. Today we're going to be looking at Autodesk format and how to do a sunlight analysis on the application. So what you want to do is, of course, start off with your internet browser of choice. In this case I'm using Brave, and in the search bar you'll type in Autodesk format. And you'll click on the first link that applies, Autodesk format right there. Once you're in, you're gonna want to locate to the Access Your Hub, and it will then prompt you to enter your account details, sign in to your Autodesk account. In this case, for Swinburne students, you can use your student account and you'll be able to access all Adobe apps, in this case Autodesk as well. Once you've settled into your home page, you will then be able to start a new project or choose a project that you've already done so far. In this case, I'll just pick a project that I've done already. We'll do one on Swinburne's AMDC building. I'll just go to my project here and locate to your location, in this case Swinburne University of Technology AMDC building. Once you located your site, you'll be able to pick out the site size, and in this case I'll just stick with what is default. Give Autodesk a minute to form everything. Once the site has loaded, it will be mainly just the terrain itself with nothing else much, but then it will prompt you into these different packages that you can add onto your site. In this case, we want to do a sun analysis on an existing building, so we'll just grab the 3D buildings and it should be added onto our site. There's a few more options you can choose from for different purposes, like the OpenStreetMap roads or the WickMap property data. The trees, in this case, it might be important for our sunlight analysis, so I'll just add it in just in case. Now, the data aren't gonna be extensive. It's not going to cover every single part, so it might be inaccurate depending on what you want. In this case, there's more options as well, like customization on maps too, but we're not going to be dealing with that today. After everything's been loaded in, you should be able to see your buildings right there, and I'll just zoom into AMDC building, our building to study for the moment. So on the right hand side in the properties legend, you can see the different analysis we can partake, and in this case we'll just look at sun hours. If you start the analysis, it will then start the analysis on every single building that's in your map. So you want to first of all go to the site selection. Once you pick out the site selection tool, you can draw the area of the site. In this case, I'll draw it all over the AMDC building right here, and then just enter there, and I'll just move it a bit so it covers the whole building. And there we go. We can then change that to our site, and we can see we're in the clear. The AMDC building is highlighted, and we can start the analysis right there. Give it a moment for it to buffer up. Once it finishes up, we can then go to the results here. And as we can see, we have the legend in the bottom right corner and the analysis data right on the building. We can see that the south side of the building face have less sun hour than the north side, and the top obviously is going to receive most of the sunlight. You can look around it, see that the blue area is the least amount of sunlight being received, and the yellow is the most amount of sunlight being received. And yeah, that is how you do a sunlight analysis on a simple building in Autodesk Forma. Obviously, you can apply this to your project as well via inputting your project into Forma, which we'll talk about in another video. Thanks for watching.